Hi everyone, Andy Davis here again from Master of Voice, a channel with reactions to performers from across the world. In this episode, I am so excited to be featuring legendary Costa Rican performer Chavela Vargas as she sings La Llorona back in the early 90s. Let's jump right in. Beautiful intro to this song.
Todos me dicen el negro Llorona, negro pero cariñoso.
You guys, just even the first few words out of her mouth, I am just mesmerized by her ability to emote these lyrics. And I just recently watched a documentary on her life, so I have actually heard her sing before, heard her arrangement of this in her earlier career. This is after she had taken several decades off from singing, probably into her 70s at this point. But her ability to emote a song was not lost through age. It actually was probably enhanced. And I am excited to see the full version of this.
Todos me dicen el negro Llorona, negro pero cariñoso. Yo soy como el chile verde Llorona, picante pero sabroso.
So emotional.
Yo soy como el chile verde Llorona, picante pero sabroso. Ay, de mi Llorona, 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 llévame al río. Ay, de mi Llorona, 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 llévame al río.
This is a hauntingly beautiful song. I have reacted to it once before, but not with this many verses as she's performing, obviously. We're just a few verses in with a lot of song left to go here. I am so impressed with her vocal abilities and her backstory. You know, she grew up in Costa Rica. She was kind of estranged from her parents. Not a lot of love in her life as a youngster, moved to her aunts and uncles, and then at the earliest age she possibly could, moved to Mexico City. And that's when she really took off as an entertainer. You know, she had sung most of her life just for her own entertainment, but then she was able to put her life forward as a professional entertainer, but still in a bit of the background. It's, you know, at that time, I mean, we're talking, gosh, I believe 40s and maybe 50s, maybe even a little before that in Mexico. So it was a very macho atmosphere there. But she also broke some stereotypes because she wasn't a girly girl herself. And I am just so impressed with her legend. She is a legend in the musical world. And her ability to, you just hear the pain in her voice through that call or that cry out that I've discussed for so many other Spanish-speaking singers, but she is like the ultimate performer of that method of singing. I am so truly impressed with her.
Tápame con tu rebozo, Llorona, porque me muero de frío. Tápame con tu rebozo, Llorona, porque me muero de frío.
Love these beautiful guitars working together for the accompaniment here. This is a beautiful, beautiful song. I also admire anyone that has, felt their career was possibly over and gone through so many struggles after that, but then came back to the stage and had a wonderful rebirth of a career afterwards in Mexico, Spain, and abroad. She knew Jose Alfredo Jimenez very well and sang so many of his songs. They were on the road together, and she sort of turned ranchera music on its head, if you will. She didn't fit any of the norms of that time, nor did she perform any of that style songs the way so many others were used to hearing them at the time. Many times she sang them as a very emotional, painful ballad, and you can tell that here with this hauntingly beautiful song as well, that her voice is able just to give those nuances by the placement of the vowels, by the dynamics, the softer sounds, the louder sounds. You can just totally feel the mood and the passion and the emotions that she is wanting to put forth verse by verse. Truly a legendary performer.
Sé que tienen las flores, Llorona, las flores del Campo Santo.
Great diction as well.
No sé que tienen las flores, Llorona, las flores del Campo Santo, que cuando las mueve el viento, Llorona, parece que están llorando, que cuando la mueve el viento, Llorona, parece que están llorando.
And at times you almost feel like she's speaking the words, elongated speech, if you will. And I think that is so effective. She did that a little more in her later years than she did in her earlier years. But I just feel it is so effective in emoting these songs and singing from deep down in her soul. She was a performer that poured it all out to the audience or to those listening. And I just feel every lyric she sings to us.
De mi Llorona, 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 de un campo lirio. Ay, de mi Llorona, 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 de un campo lirio. El que no sabe de amores, Llorona, no sabe.
That cry in her voice,
lo que es martirio.
It's amazing.
El que no sabe de amores, Llorona, no sabe lo que es martirio.
Truly amazing. You can see it in her face and in her eyes. Contemplative here between the verses. Wow.
La luna es una mujer llorona y por eso el sol de España.
I I love when she opens her arms like that. She does it in many performances that I've been able to see. Of course, we mainly see her live performances in her later years when she sort of rejuvenated her career in Mexico. And then they brought her over to Spain, and she became such a huge hit there as well in the 90s, early 2000s. So impressive, you guys. I mean, I feel this performance in my bones and in my soul, if you will. But the documentary really helped me to understand the true quality of her legendary status. I'll leave a link to it down below in the description of this, but it was so well done, so well produced. Many interviews by her, several recorded performances of her earlier years, not full performances, but I was able to hear her beautiful singing back in those days as well. A bit different than her later years, but I truly appreciate the wisdom in these later performances. It's not anything you can teach. You have to live life in order to be able to sing and perform like this.
La luna es una mujer llorona y por eso el sol de España anda que bebe los montes Llorona porque la luna lo engaña.
Beautiful lyrics.
Anda que bebe los montes Llorona porque la luna lo engaña.
Beautiful lyrics to this song.
Te soñaba dormida, Llorona dormida, te estabas quieta. Yo te soñaba dormida, Llorona dormida, te estabas quieta. Pero en llegando el olvido, Llorona, soñé que estabas despierta. Pero en llegando el olvido, Llorona, soñé que estabas despierta. Sí, porque te quiero, quieres, Llorona, quieres.
Each time I hear this song, it becomes more and more one of my favorites, and I know it is such an iconic song in Mexico and other Spanish-speaking countries, and I just enjoy her performance of it so very much. The lyrics are beautiful. There is a little bit of disagreement if the lyrics and the legend, or if the song itself and the legend have anything to do with each other. Whether it does or not, this song has become such an iconic song, and I am just loving this performance by her.
Que te quiera más, sí, porque te quiero, quieres, Llorona, quieres que te quiera más. Si ya te he dado la vida, Llorona, ¿qué más quieres? ¿Quieres más?
Wow! I mean, really pouring out those emotions there at the end. Some louder spoken sections and almost yelling a shout at the end. Oh my goodness. Her ability as a performer and a singer are so impressive. In the documentary, she spoke for women's rights, for other human rights, for those of different sexualities to just live their own truth. And I truly took that to heart from what I've learned of her and seeing that documentary, seeing this wonderful performance is just... Several of you have mentioned her for months now. I've actually received emails about her, which is how I learned of the documentary. Thank you for that email as well from a huge supporter of Chavela and our channel here. And I just want to thank you all for so much support and love and kind words. And I am truly appreciative just to feature legendary performers and superstars like her and get to know them myself. It truly enhances my life and me as a musician. I hope you all enjoyed this reaction. If you did, please click like and hit subscribe. Leave me a comment down below, and as always, have a great day.